Hi, Joshua. Are you a millennial? Joshua is a very millennial name. Like, I think mothers named their children Joshua because they want them to have feelings. I can't name him Sam or Steve or Ralph. I want him to have feelings. He's going to be named Joshua. No, I'm just fucking with you, bro. Joshua is a biblical name, isn't it? Oh, God. Sequat in the house. Dude, I have been running like a scalded dog the last 2 days. Holy shit. Outlaw trucker, man. I've been running off the books as much as I can because I'm headed to Florida. I'd like to say that's where I live, but you guys all know I'm homeless. Um, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get ahead of schedule, um, so that I can slow down Wednesday and Thursday when I get to Georgia and try and find a fucking open gym because I don't know if you guys watch the news or not. Georgia's where everything is open. Um, and I haven't hit the gym in fucking 7 weeks, I don't think. Uh, so, yeah, I've been running like a madman. I'm way ahead of schedule on that load that delivers in Gainesville, Florida, um, Friday at 9 a.m. I'm almost to St. Louis, Missouri. I'm uh I'm I'm probably a little closer to Kansas City on I-70, but I'm not that far from St. Louis. So I'm gonna be in the deep south tomorrow. Tomorrow's only Wednesday. So that's how you run it, man. Here's how you run your schedule when you're a trucker. You fucking kill yourself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then you take your fucking foot right off the accelerator and you enjoy your weekend and you recharge your batteries. um, Yesterday, I didn't pick up my load um, till pretty late yesterday. I think my appointment was at 12 noon. I got there at 10. I got to my appointment 2 hours early. Uh, they started loading me about 11. I didn't hit the road yesterday till about 12:30, which is a late start for a Monday. I still got damn near close to 500 miles yesterday. I really pushed it because I want to get to Georgia. Um, I want to get ahead of schedule, like I said, and get to Georgia, um, and get a workout or two in. And um, today I woke up before my 10-hour break was over, so I logged out of my logbook and drove off the books. And then I stopped at a rest area, took like a 90-minute nap, logged into my logbook. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for Warner Robins. J Masters of the Bully. Yeah, I'm thinking about stopping in Warner Robins. Um, I'm a little far for tomorrow, but I could definitely be in Warner Robins Friday. I was just looking at gyms in oh shit, what's the name of that town in southern Georgia? Valencia, not Valencia. What's Vidalia? No, it's not. I don't know. Valdosta. I was just Valdosta is about as close to Florida as you can get on I-75. So I did a Google search of gyms in Valdosta, Georgia, and the goddamn the chain gyms The cookie cutter gyms like Anytime Fitness and Planet Fitness and LA Fitness are still closed. So even though Georgia has everything open, you got to find a mom and pop because the corporate chains have not opened up yet. So I was gonna just continue to kill myself and try and get to Valdosta, Georgia, as early as I could on Thursday, and then kind of have like a day off before I deliver the next day in Gainesville, Florida. Just kind of chill out all day Thursday if I got there nice and early, and then jump the border in the morning. But Valdosta's not looking good, man, because there's not enough independent gyms in Valdosta. It's mostly the corporate cookie cutters, Planet and Anytime. So I might go outlaw trucker tomorrow. I don't know what the mileage is from St. Louis to fucking Warner Robins, but I know it can't be done legally. But you know what? I tell you, I don't have. I can violate my logbook right now because of the COVID-19. Because I actually have food in the back. It's actually a Cisco load. This is like Cisco normally delivers to fucking restaurants. And where did I picked this shit up in Great Falls, Idaho. So that tells you how unprepared the South is for shit to open up. That I'm taking a Cisco food load all the way from Great Falls, Idaho to fucking Gainesville, Florida. So that tells me two things. That the food distributors in Florida are looking to open up. But it tells me another bad thing. They're not ready. That's why they're getting food from Twin Falls or whatever. Idaho Falls, Idaho. Yeah, fuck Delray. If I go to Delray, Hamburg's gonna beat me up. Ugh. So I don't know what's happening. It's a really crazy time to be an American, or I guess anywhere you live in the world. But most of the world is such a shithole. I don't even know if they really notice that things are fucked up. We're kind of... So that's Big J's protocol. Just killing himself, trying to get to Georgia as fast as he can so I can maybe slow down and take a half a day off the night before my delivery. There's not much going on in Valdosta, Florida. Yeah, I need a haircut bad. So, I don't know. I love the gyms in Warner Robins, Georgia. I don't know how many of you guys remember, I was broke down when I was working with the previous company and my truck was at the Freightliner dealer. I spent something like 18 days in a hotel in Warner Robins, Georgia. And I did quite a few videos from that powerlifting gym. I don't remember the name of it, but what a great gym that was. And I remember before I found that powerlifting gym, I did a video from Dino's gym in Warner Robins, Georgia. There are two incredible gyms in Warner Robins, Georgia. So I don't know what I'm going to do. At this point, I really don't give two fucks about my logbook. If I have to stop in Warner Robins to train, and I'm gonna have to, and I have to go outlaw trucker the next morning to make my delivery. I'll do it because technically, because I do have food in the truck. I don't know if you guys know this, but the government did for essential loads, like things like food and paper towel and toilet paper. Um, the the government did suspend the HOS, which is hours of service for truck drivers. Don't you have an electronic tracker on your rig? No. Um, my logbook is in my tablet. Um, but now my tablet does talk to the Wi-Fi that's in the truck. Okay, but the logbook is not connected to the truck. The logbook is in my tablet, and they talk to each other through Wi-Fi. Um, that's why I have a tablet, because if I get pulled over and a DOT wants to look at my logbook, I don't want to give the guy my phone. I give him my tablet. Here you go. $100 tablet. Go fuck yourself. Because you don't want to. If a cop is looking at your logbook, you don't want to not have your phone. That's fucked. Because you want to be talking to your boss. You want to be talking to your attorney. You want to be talking to a lot of different people. Um, so that's some good advice right there. If you're running e-logs, um, get a tablet. Don't ever turn over your phone to a fucking cop. Give them your tablet. Um, but yeah, there's technically not really a tracking device on my truck. But there is Wi-Fi. Um, that's how. Now, see, I can log out of my app, the app I have in my tablet, um, because drive time, anytime the truck moves, it's based on GPS. The app in my tablet will automatically go to drive time. So, like on the weekends, when I'm off work, and I've got a hotel room, like this previous weekend when I was in the hotel room, I dropped my trailer out in their gravel parking lot. I didn't have my I didn't I went I was driving my bobtail around all weekend. I didn't, but I left my trailer at the hotel. So I logged out of my logbook. So anyway, it's all bullshit. Oh. So anyway, thoughts on buying a day cab and doing local runs? Hell no. Uh, to work to do loads for Amazon, from what I understand, your company has to have 3 trucks. Oh. I don't think I've had a cigarette since Friday. I'm doing real good. No, I swear to God, I, I did I smoke on Saturday? I don't think I smoked on Saturday. I know I didn't smoke Sunday or yesterday. I smoked Friday for sure. Absolutely for sure I smoked Friday. Absolutely for sure I did not smoke Sunday or Monday. I don't think I smoked Saturday. I really don't. I don't think I've had a cigarette since Friday. No reason to lie to you guys. Jesus Christ. What's your overall opinion on China? I really think China is fucked. And you know, I really don't like it when people say, well, it's not the people of China, it's their government. Okay. When the Chinese people had a revolution in what? 1946, right after World War II, they overthrew their previous government to become communist. It was the people who did that. There's no communist government that the people didn't overthrow the previous government to create that. So when you say it's not the people, it's their government. Well, the people did that. The people did that. Jesus Christ. Just like the United States of America. Who put in our government? Well, the people did. We had a revolution. It's like that everywhere. So you can't say it's not the people, it's the government. Well, who the fuck you think put in that goddamn government, you fucking clown? Fuck. Use your fucking brain. It's always the people. How many governments have been installed in the world without the people being behind it? People are always behind it. I'm not saying they're smart. I'm not saying they made the best decision. I'm not saying they weren't tricked. They may have been tricked, but they were still behind it. Bomb any country ending in stan. Yeah. What about Kazakhstan? They don't seem to really fuck with people. America is a British experiment. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I'll tell you what, though. You bring up the word experiment. The 50 states of the United States of America. This is serious talk now here from Jay. This is where you stop laughing and you start listening. Each individual state is an experiment. Okay? Look at the way Trump, initially he came off like an asshole, saying that he was the president, no one could question his authority. And then after that news conference, someone must have gotten in his ear and talked to him about the Constitution and said, bro, you got to calm the fuck down. You have no authority to tell these governors what to do. So, but back to my point. All 50 states are individual experiments. So, look at the beauty of that. Like Georgia. Georgia can say, we're opening up. We're not waiting. Georgia is one experiment. A state like South Dakota that never shut down shit. Another experiment. You know, a state like Michigan that's got a goddamn Nazi for a governor. Another experiment. Do you see the beauty behind the 50 states and giving the governors these powers? Because these 50 different states, these 50 different experiments, we get to learn from 50 different experiments every time we have a federal crisis like this. Now you think, well, Jay, you know, what if Ohio was wrong, or Michigan was right, or Nevada was right, or Minnesota was right? That's the beauty of it, brah. The people will judge the direction of their their experiment, also known as their state, by what they see happening in other states. Like, dude, if a state like Georgia does well, and Georgia's economy, I don't know how they rank state economies. I'm sure that somebody ranks them. What if Georgia jumps a bunch of states in the economy? That's good, right? What if Michigan drops a bunch of states? That's bad, right? So, like, let's just say the news media shows people in Georgia, like fucking hanging out in bikinis and fucking throwing around the football and drinking beer in parks. And then you got a state like Michigan, my beloved Michigan, and with a Nazi governor, and they're told they can't even, go to their fucking summer cottage, even though they own the goddamn house. It's going to affect how they vote. This thing is a referendum on Trump in this next election, big time. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not denying that this is a referendum on Trump. But you also got to remember, Trump is running against a fool named Joe Biden. What about these governors? I'm trying to piss in a jug one-handed. Takes a lot of skill. So, I'm telling you, that's the beautiful thing about this fucking republic of ours. This great experiment. These governors, now, I think most governors, don't most governors get a 6-year term? I'm sure it varies in between state to state. Some are probably 4, some are probably 6, I don't know. I think most are 4. I think just the U.S. Senate is 6. But still, not every governor is up for re-election this November. But I'll tell you what, the ones that are, their feet are going to be up against the fucking fire. If you're a governor and you fucked up this stay-at-home shit and you're up for re-election in November, you're fucked. You're literally fucked. I mean, the guy, look, say this guy from,
it's absolutely, it's something.
the guy from Georgia. If people start dying like crazy in Georgia, he's fucked. He's fucked. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the guy from Georgia is going to turn out to be the fucking trendsetter, and people are going to start copying Georgia. And people like that cunt from fucking Michigan, she's toast, bruh. I don't know if she's up for re-election this November. Maybe she's not up for re-election for 2 years. Maybe she's 2022. She's toast, man. You can't keep your people boxed up at home like they're criminals when the people, when with cable news, your people are looking on cable news and the people in the next state over are partying like it's 1999. Oh. That was one of Trump's worst fuck-ups. Was when his ego got in the way. And he said, I'm the president, I'll decide when America opens up. No, you won't, pal. No, you won't. I'm no constitutional scholar. I'm just a fucking homeless truck driver. But you know what? I know enough about the Constitution that the President of the United States, even though I love the guy and I back the guy and I support the guy, he was so wrong there. See, there's interstate commerce and there's intrastate commerce. Okay, just like you guys should know the difference between those two words. Just like there's intra workout, pre workout, intra workout, and post workout. Intra means in the middle. Governors can control intra-state commerce. Okay? If there's two companies in the same state, the governor can control that. But the governor cannot control interstate commerce. That falls on the jurisdiction of the federal government. So if a state governor is interfering with interstate commerce, the federal government can swoop in like a bulldog on a pork chop and put a stop to that. And I don't have any real good examples, but I mean, like let's just say like Ralph Lauren Polo. It is wants to sell shirts at Marshall's, and Ralph Lauren imports all his shirts to San Diego, California. Okay? Truckers have to take those polo shirts to the other 48 states. Governor can't stop that. Governor cannot stop interstate commerce. States can do business with each other. The only person that can put an end to that is the federal government. Governor can't stop that. Like if Ohio and Michigan, want to get in a pissing match with each other, and people from Ohio don't want, let's say they don't want Michigan beef, and people from Ohio say, well, we don't, or people from Michigan say, well, we don't want Ohio dairy. Yeah. Federal government can come in and say, you know what, there'll be none of this. So people need to learn the goddamn Constitution before you get on fucking CNN or Fox News or wherever you get your information. Then you go to your Instagram or your fucking CNN or your Facebook. We're coming out of this thing, and we're coming out of this thing hard. And America's going to really bounce back fast. I know a lot of the doomsdayers that I see on cable news are talking about like, it's going to take 18 months for the economy to fucking come back. Really? Watch me. You think it's going to take 18 months? Once these governors start copying fucking Georgia, this economy's coming back fast and it's coming back hard. But I'll tell you, but here's the truth. There's going to be a lot of casualties, and most of them are going to be in the small restaurants. Like these mom and pop restaurants, it's so sad because they make the best food. The mom and pop restaurants make the best fucking food. And if you don't like food, go get the fuck out of here, because you're not a friend of mine. But they're talking something like 25% of mom and pop restaurants aren't coming back. Which is sad, because we just lost like history and culture and our heritage. And you want to talk about America. What makes us American? To me, there's nothing more American than getting some Italian food, some Mexican food, you know. I love or Chinese food. I love my ethnic food. Ethnic food is the best. And most of the ethnic food that's good is run by mom and pop. And that's who's going to hit the hardest. Most of your small Mexican restaurants, done. Most of your small Italian restaurants, done. Most of your small Chinese restaurants, done. That's who's going to get hit the hardest on this economic comeback. You think Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Target and Walmart and Home Depot and fucking Lowe's, they're not going to blink a fucking eye. Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays, TGIF. Oh, there'll be tons of fucking garbage food. But that little Italian place where you used to go get the ravioli, and he had that Pinot Noir that you really liked. You could never find it in the store. You could only get it at his place. That's gone. Or that Mexican place where you got the chips and salsa for free, you know, till you ordered your food. And they had a really cold beer. And they always had soccer on the TVs. Well, they're done too. Or the Asian restaurant where they're just so fucking happy to have you and just taking care of you like a motherfucker. More rice, more rice. More Coke, another Coke. Oh, Big J, can I get you another Coke? They're done. Democrats pretend they care about America. Democrats pretend they care about inclusion and making this a diverse culture. Tell you what, the most important thing for diversity is food. If you come from a fucked up food culture that doesn't fucking offer a decent menu, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like Irish food. My grandfather is Irish. I'm 25% Irish Catholic. They got the shittiest fucking food in the fucking world. It's nothing but crappy meat, potatoes, and crust. Like shepherd's pie type nonsense. That's not good food. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, but that's not good food. So when people talk about how an Irish bar has good food, you're a fucking moron. You're an absolute moron. Anyone who ever says that their Irish bar has good food is a fucking stupid fuck. The Irish have the worst food. They're poor. They went through the potato blight. That's why they immigrated to America without 2 nickels in their pocket. Poor countries don't have good food. Like, wealth creates chefs. Like I don't know about nowadays, but maybe 30, 40 years ago, the most prominent chefs were from France. Everyone, the big rage was French food, which I'm not a big fan of French food. It's a little too rich, too many sauces, not quite enough protein. Um, I pretty simple man. I like Mexican food, I like Italian food, and I like Chinese food. And you know what? I'm not racist because I call it those names. That's what kind of food it is. It's Chinese food. That doesn't make me a racist. I like Spanish ass. Ah. Texas barbecue. You know, I've been around the country, and I'll tell you what, us Americans are very proud people. And, like, people in St. Louis, Kansas City, um, they'll argue about Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri. They'll argue about some barbecue. Shit's pretty much the same, okay? I'm a trucker. I do all 48 states. Um, you tell me you got some good barbecue, hey, I believe you. I'd love to try some. Let's have a cold beer and maybe, sneak off into a corner and smoke a joint. But don't apply your state's name to it, because it's pretty much all the fucking same, unless you have a unique ingredient to add to your sauce. Like maybe there's an herb that only grows in your climate that you people put in the sauce. Otherwise, it's all the same. I've never seen a difference between Memphis barbecue and Alabama barbecue. I don't know the difference. Oh, Wolfpack Eric just asked me if I've had barbecue in Memphis. Eric, I try to get nothing in Memphis. You wind up dead. Central Texas, salt and pepper. That's funny. Yeah, some places like real sweet barbecue. Like, I'm not a fan of New Orleans food. Some of you motherfuckers will think I'm crazy. Some of you guys think that New Orleans has the best food in the fucking world. Well, not to me. I don't need no New Orleans food. Fuck, I gotta piss again. I need cigarettes. Oh, try not to smoke. Oh, God damn it, I gotta piss again. You guys like my hair? Achtung. Juden. Achtung. Papers. Achtung, Juden. Papers. I let you get by with no papers. I have the Fräulein for tonight. Ah, yes. I heard Asian pussies are vertical instead of horizontal. I don't know. I don't want to talk about Asians. I think we're getting better numbers on this account. Is the world... Is the word getting out about this account being my backed up account? Because when I go live on the Delray Misfits, I get over 100 people. This is boring talk. I'm out. Dude, I'm tired. Sorry. Same kind of fucking loser. He probably wants to talk about like some band that like he's following. Like, oh man, they're gonna be like the next great thing on the club scene, and like I've been following them, and like they actually like responded to me on my Twitter. Uh, is it true Negroes make raccoon stew in New Orleans? Well, goddamn yeah. They make raccoon stew in fucking Michigan. What are you, stupid? I don't think there's probably nothing wrong with raccoon stew. Oh, I knew Urban Farmer would become uncunted with my anti-fucking Asian. I'm just not attracted to Asian women. God bless them, but I'm just not attracted. Tubuku. T. Boswell. Probably nothing wrong with raccoon stew. J. Masters, 2020. Right. Yeah, I remember a long time ago, about 1992. Um, I was fresh out of college, and I was working at this building where we were at. I was in the environmental industry, monitoring asbestos removal, and this big hillbilly, this foreman of this construction crew, that was tearing out all this asbestos at this building where I was working. I was believe it or not, I was the environmental guy on site. I swear to God I was. But anyway, this big fucking hick, and this is back in Michigan. He's wearing overalls. Big guy, probably, I don't know, 5'11", 6 foot, 260, 280 maybe. Big dude. Natural, just big sloppy hillbilly. He tells me that oh shit, I'm forgetting the name of the critter. It's uh, mu- water musket, um, musket, rat musket, water musket. Shit, what's the name of that? Rat muskies, muskrat. This fucking hillbilly. Yeah, Wolfpack, there's hillbillies in Michigan. I'll cover that next. This Michigan hillbilly, he could tell I lifted weights, and he's like, he thought he was going to give me a secret. He said, I'll tell you, you got to eat some muskrat. That shit is like steroids. That shit will make you strong. And, and that's always stuck with me. I thought that was just so cool. Yeah, Eric. Actually, hillbilly has nothing to do with the mountains. Um, a hillbilly is actually a flatlander who piles up dirt so that they can plant their garden before the frost is out of the soil. Okay, it's real history right here coming at you, brah. Everyone thinks West Virginia, places where there's mountains, are hillbillies. No, if you go back far enough in history, a hillbilly was actually a flatlander, a country person, like a person from West Virginia or Tennessee or Kentucky who migrated to Michigan, who lived on flat land. And what they would do is they would mound dirt in their backyard, like composting. And they would actually do what you would consider above ground farming. Because if you mound dirt, you can till it, and you can rototill it, and you can seed it before the frost is out of the natural earth. So the Michigan hillbilly was getting his garden planted earlier than the average redneck. And it's genius, really. Like, think about it. Michigan, it's cold as fuck. A lot of people in Michigan, it's just kind of tradition. We do our family gardens on Mother's Day weekend for two reasons. Usually, the earth is soft enough where you can actually till the soil Mother's Day weekend, and it's a great weekend to go visit Mom and help her put in her garden, which is actually your garden too, right? Because you're doing vegetables together. It's always Michigan, Mother's Day weekend, you always go help Mom put in the garden. It's just part of, if you're from Michigan, that's part of our culture. You help Mom put in her garden. So hillbillies were southern folk who would actually build up the earth in the area where they wanted to do their garden. You can do that with composting. You can do that with grass clippings. You can do that with leaves, whatever, dirt. You just pick where you want your garden, and you build it up. So you're actually farming above ground. Okay? Get it? Because if you build up your garden area above the natural depth of the frost, you can get your rototiller in there sooner. So the Michigan hillbilly, the coin got termed because of people that were southern, that wanted to do, they didn't want to wait till Mother's Day to put in their garden because they came from the south. So they would build up their area where they would do their garden. So their garden would actually be a hill where they would pile compost and clippings and this and that. That's where the term Michigan hillbilly came from. Always a lesson on Jay's Live. But it makes sense. I mean, your average fucking idiot nowadays wants to put in their fucking tomatoes before Mother's Day. They'll pile up a bunch of goddamn dirt. But you know what? They're stupid. They'll put wood around it. How are you going to get your rototiller in there? Mound farming is smart. The Indians have been doing it for centuries. If you're going to live up north, and you got to get your garden in before it's too late. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to harvest the fruit or the vegetables before it's winter. So people have been mounding dirt to farm. Now, obviously, you don't do that for your big crops. It's normally just for your your garden, like the stuff you're going to use for your house. Yeah, Michigan hillbillies, they farm above ground. And it's a weird concept because you're thinking, how can you farm above ground? Well, you pile up dirt. Ground is at ground level. You built it up, that's above ground level. It's not going to be frozen. Toto tiller. Keying, baby. Oh, quite possibly the hottest. Let me get this right. Your oh shit. I'm a little buzzed. The hottest Persian chick in the Genova-verse. Am I right? Kian, baby, you are absolutely the hottest Persian chick in the Genova-verse. Period. You know, you're a good person too, Kian. And I love your husband too. It's all about family with us. You, I didn't know you that well when I met you in Vegas, and you and your husband were just so friendly to me. It was like I was like, who are these people? I know them a little bit, but then I got to know, you know, the like how important Joe and the Muscle Mag Sports family is. And then I got it. You get tight with Joe, and you're only going to meet good people when you get tight with Joe. Like Keen didn't know who the fuck I really was. I don't think. I think maybe she did, and like it's just like the people I've met through Joe are fucking golden. Um, you know, I've met a couple Looney Tunes through Joe, but you know what? They're still good people. You meet someone through the Muscle Sports Mag family, they're probably going to be good people. Period. Joe is Joe is the salt of the fucking earth. He's a goddamn New York City fucking policeman, retired, fucking Queens narcotics. I try and date a woman from Queens, and her dad was a New York City cop. These people are impossible. I I tell Linda every fucking day, shut up. Your father's dead. He's not going to fight your fights. Leave me the fuck alone. And they don't stop. They don't stop. These people from yeah, I know I shouldn't like New York people, and but that would make me un-American. Oh, oh. No, my girlfriend Linda's nuts. She's nuts like Joe. Fuck. Oh, I gave her a piece of my mind the other night. She's a fucked up person from Queens. She likes Giants and Yankees. Dude, I'm a person of history, and I know sports. I know sports and history. Any person from Queens who says they're Giants and Yankees is full of shit. So I've been trying to brainwash her by sending her videos of how fucking awesome the Jets were in the 60s when they drafted Namath. Because Joe Willie Weak-Knees Namath is quite possibly one of the best sports heroes in the history of the United States. Western Pennsylvania kid, went to Alabama, played for Bear Bryant, and then played for the New York Jets. Okay, look, Western Pennsylvania, mountain boy, went to Alabama to play football, and then became Broadway Joe. That's the most talent I've ever seen or heard about. Who could be a star in all three places? That's incredible. Joe Willie Weak-Knees Namath, quite possibly my favorite athlete in the history of all sports. And I'm not even from Queens. But I love the Jets from that era. So when my bullshit girlfriend tries to tell me she likes the Giants, like, who the fuck are you? You're not from fucking Queens. You're fucking stupid. And then she likes the Yankees? Get the fuck out of here. What are you, fucking stupid? Fucking the Mets, baby. Mets and Jets. Dude, I don't normally talk about New York. Because I don't like New York. But I'd love to go spend a weekend there, like, but sports wise, I'm Mets and Jets. Mets and Jets. No doubt about it. Giants and Yankees? Go fucking kill yourself. I gotta fuck myself up. Is Linda as hot as Kim? Yeah. I'm almost to, you know what I'm gonna do? Alright, we got 27 seconds remaining. I'm gonna go grab some smokies and go live on the Delray Misfits page. But don't tell anybody.